And welcome back. So, you are in the the droid maintenance room. Magda, whose job it is to like look after all the droids, has decided that it's break time because fuck this noise. There's weird people coming out the droid chutes.
I tried to be friendly.
Yeah, no, she's just look. She's been up since like.
It wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
She was rude. You were lovely.
I mean, in her defense, she's been up since 4, so like.
It is actually break time.
It is actually break time. Yeah.
I think so. Can we ask Harriet where the brig is in relation to this room?
Brig?
Where you hold people that have done bad things.
On a cruise ship.
I mean, there's like an attached area to the security room.
Is that near here?
She's like, we can get there through the, we can get there through the casino.
Okay.
What are you thinking of?
I think we should tell security to round up fake Burrows because that will be faster than us trying to find him, and then we can handle him according to regulation.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like she's like, if anyone is, so yeah, she tells you like if anyone is detained by security for like
space crimes.
For space crimes. If anyone's detained by security, then yeah, like then they are held there until the police come and collect them, and the police will need to. So she's like, that sounds like a great idea. You all know that means that someone will probably need a warrant for collecting for collecting the person.
Okay. What about our friends upstairs?
She's like,
well, that's why I thought security would be a good idea because
she's like, I can call security on. She's like, I'm absolutely calling security about them. She's like, they're definitely not current passengers. I know everyone on this. I know everyone on this ship from this current run.
So maybe security can deal with them, and we'll find Burrows.
Unless they don't drink.
I would.
She's like, I see everyone who comes through the bar.
I would much prefer that security handle those two than us try to do so.
She's like,
okay.
She's like, okay. And yeah, she's like, so I'm calling security for upstairs or to run a search.
Can they run a search but not apprehend? We just need to know where he is, and we will deal with him.
I mean, that's probably the better option anyway. He is extremely dangerous, and I'm not sure that the security officers are entirely up to it.
She's like, so dangerous. Like, you can see her, like, in her eyes, she's like, whoa, hardcore, right?
You saw what he did to the door.
Yeah. She's like, I'll get security to deal with those Yaru folks, and I'll keep an eye out and put out a. She definitely is like, I'll put out an APB for fake Burrows, right? Like, she starts getting into the cult thing, right?
Awesome, yeah. Ren's loving it. She's like, that would be incredibly helpful. Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, so she goes over and starts like, and you hear her. She's like, I need to put out APB for an older gentleman with and like matching this description, and I need two security. I need a security team to room 104 to deal with. And she's like, no, an APB means if anyone sees him to tell me. Yeah, no, just tell me if you see him. No, it's Harriet. It's Look, no, yeah, com channel 5. Okay, right? Like, no one knows what she's talking about.
Ash, you've never sounded more Australian than when
Oh, dear.
you sound like all my favorite Australian actresses. A bit.
Oh dear. I feel like there's an element of just like hopeless casualness that exacerbates that. No,
That
don't.
sums up Australian comedy, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Casual hopelessness.
Yeah.
Should we like
So
go
yeah,
to the
Harriet's put
concourse
that out.
and just wait? Like, let's go get a drink.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, does someone want to roll? I suppose Harriet. So Harriet's going to roll her roll for doing that. Does anyone want to help her?
What type of role is that for her?
So I mean, she rolls everything with her quality, which is 1.
Oh,
So
okay.
she is a quality 1 Harriet. So she rolls 1. She rolls 1 dice for everything. If you
She is a
want
quality Harriet.
She's a quality 1 Harriet.
Well,
More to us in our hearts.
well, the reason is your crew quality is 1, so therefore
Yeah.
you managed to attract a quality 1 Harriet instead of a quality 0 Harriet, right?
Well,
So-
thank God
I love
for that.
it.
Oh my gosh! Please don't die.
I only have 3 stress left, so we might need that for emergency.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, does anyone want to
trucks.
spend a stress to help Harriet out?
Yeah, I don't think I do. I have 4, and I don't know that we're at the end of this.
Cool. Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so she's gonna see how good. So this is just to see, how good the search team is.
Come on, Harriet.
Go, Harriet.
No!
Yeah, they're not real great. That's a 2.
So that's the search team,
Okay.
but security is still dealing with the Yarrow.
Security are going to be dealing with the Yaru. They're going to be tied up for a bit. That's a givey. A givey? A
It's
gimme.
a gimme.
Yeah, a given / a gimme. But yeah, she's not. The security team are like, yes, Harriet, of course, an APB, right? Like,
They send the interns.
yeah, exactly. They absolutely send Mick, who is like the new security team, and the new person on the security team, and they're like, can you go and get some headlight fluid and catch this person? Right? Like, they're doing it as a joke on this new person, but yeah.
Oh.
But there's someone looking. They're just not very good.
Yay.
Okay.
On the plus side,
Where
that
do
brings
we-
your investigation clock back up to 3.
Where do we think
Okay.
he would be?
Yeah.
there only one way in and out of
How are you gonna try and find him?
I think we
Do
might
we
need to
know-
split up. Do we want to split up?
Before we do we know where he used to hang out when he was at the Berkeley? Like, does he like to gamble? Do we know that he used to spend a lot of time in the casino or something like that? That might be able, like, was he a big drinker? So we should check the bars. Like,
He's
what's
a
the
drunk.
feeling that we?
Oh yeah,
Let's
we
go
know
to a
he's a drunk.
bar.
That's right.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah, Harriet knows that he will repeatedly get drunk and then cry.
Cool.
Oh,
That is his thing.
Oh,
So either
gosh.
the bar or the debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 2 main bars are like in that main stage area. It's like it's a kind of
The
what's word?
jungle, the bridge
No,
jungle.
not in the jungle area. There's an
Well,
there's an
okay.
indoor area that is like a burlesque sort of setup. It's 2 bars and a
Nice.
stage. So
Fantastic.
So the stage is for entertaining, and then people sit on around little tables and go and get drinks. So that's the kind of area and that's where Harriet is used to working. So she just takes you there.
Awesome.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, no, this is where I used to see him. We used to get him 2 seats and then put like a pillow across the 2 of them.
Cool. I'd like to propose that Burroughs is not with us now. I feel like he could go to the ship's doctor or something like
Yeah,
that,
that's
but I feel
fine.
like he's not really equipped for an
Okay,
adventure.
in that case, Harriet will take him there.
Okay, and she'll direct us
She'll
to where we
escort
need
him
to
and
go.
tell you where to go. So yeah, you come into
I think that's
into
fine.
this area yourself. There is someone doing Frank Sinatra covers on the stage with an accordion, because the accordion is the master of instruments and is capable of purveying every possible genre. So accordion,
just like bike horns.
And emotion.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just like bike horns.
Don't get me fucking
The-
started.
The
Cammy was playing
emotive instrument of our time.
fucking bike horn covers all last night.
I didn't know. I've never heard the words bike horn covers.
Oh,
I feel like it's a YouTube rabbit hole. Look at
It's not on YouTube. It's on GarageBand. I can link you.
on
Oh my
Bandcamp.
goodness.
Yeah, Bandcamp. Sorry.
Yeah, yep.
You should definitely put something in the chat so that people can enjoy this. I should have found the music video for Mysterious Girl as well and put it in there. Darn.
People can Google it if they need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, you come in. There's accordion Frank Sinatra covers crooning out across the burlesque space. There are a couple of people who are just nursing drinks and looking completely sozzled. And a Zeno guy from with like he seems to be kind of insectoid. Like looks up from from one of the bars. The other one isn't currently staffed. As you come in, and he like is like, the fuck are those people? They're not on the current crew, like cruise. Yeah.
Can we see him anywhere? Like, is this a really open space? Can we see
It's
our
pretty shadowy.
target?
Do you want to like? I feel like if I want a study or is surveyor thing in this game? I can't remember.
Study.
I would like to study by sending my servitor drone up to the roof and looking around.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Good call.
Excellent. Sounds good. And you getting help from someone? Because it sounded like Orovish might be helping.
Do we want to do a group and I'll lead, and then we can like fan out?
Let's do a group.
Sure, that's a good idea. Actually, I don't have anything in study, but
Yep. Cool. So
I don't know.
unless you're using something else to find out this information.
Grabbing people and yelling at them.
Where is he? Where is it? Do Batman impression.
I have a very particular set of skills.
Oh, I did. Sorry, I didn't realize you were Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam. Yeah, I'm not Batman. I'm Ra's al Ghul in this.
Uh-huh.
In this Batman Begins moment.
What's your scramble like? Could you do a jog around the room?
My scramble's pretty good.
Yeah.
If that's a thing. I also have one in Skulk, if that might be more
Skulk
the thing.
might be more appropriate.
You can
Okay.
stand in the shadows.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do a Skulk. So what are we calling this role? It's the same for all of us, is that?
Yeah. It's risky standard, I think.
Do I get a bonus for having a servitor?
Yeah, I'll bump that up to risky great.
Radical.
I got a 6 on my Skulk.
Nice.
I'm all about the 6s today. I'm very happy.
I got a 6 on my study.
Nice. I mean, yeah.
You guys are so good.
Yeah. So like this I think what happens then is that the servitor like flies up, and a figure in the corner that has a tarpaulin, like he's wearing a tarpaulin like a cloak to trying to be like, oh, I'm hiding, right? Like is like, oh shit, there's a thing looking for me, and just like throws it off and like starts running towards the door. Ren, you with your 6 manage to position yourself like you're in the way. What are you gonna do?
Is this our guy?
This is clearly the guy. He's like,
all right, awesome.
Yeah, he's like 7 feet. He's a 7 feet downward pointing triangle.
Amazing. Okay. That's so
With
good.
little legs.
Then in that case, I want to go for the weakest position and like lean myself down. So basically I want to brace my body in the waist and sort of crash tackle him, but at the legs, so he's gonna fall over me and sprawl.
Cool. Awesome. That sounds like you're skirmishing him or brawling. Is brawling a thing? I can't remember.
Scrapping?
Scrapping, that's
It's
the word
scrapping.
I want. Played too many of these games.
Cool.
I can't remember the verbs.
Yes, too many games, too many moves.
Yeah.
What kind of role is this?
I mean, it's desperate. He's huge.
Good. I'm glad.
But like it's great because you're in the right position. You've got him at the like if you get
He's a
this,
triangle.
he's a triangle. If you get this, you're gonna have him like at your
Yeah.
mercy, right? But like he might
Dead
also
to
just
rights.
he might just also murder you on the way through. So
Could be. It's
Yeah.
exciting, isn't it?
That's right. I can fix.
Do we have any? Yeah, yeah, we got Dr. Loki. I'm not worried. Do we have any gambits?
normally Ray's
think
the one
we
checking
start with
that.
2.
Yeah, we've got 2.
Yep.
We've got 2.
Does anyone mind if I spend a gambit on this?
Go ahead.
Cool. That's a bonus die, right?
Mhm.
Cool.
I will
All right,
mark that
let's do
off for
this.
you.
6.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your stomach hits his tiny. Your shoulder hits his tiny stomach. And his giant muscled rib cage tumbles over you, and like his head hits the bar, and like, and he goes out
So
cold,
good.
and like the insectoid guy like leans over and is like, "All right, well, looks like he's had enough."
I would like to rush over and administer some illegal drugs. Just to
Yay!
keep him out.
Okay, cool.
Gotta keep those illicit drugs on ya.
Yep, cool, excellent. Do you want to doctor that?
Yes.
I hope you don't kill him. He's our payday.
Oh shit.
I just like he's been in some scraps. I reckon he recovers from a concussion pretty quickly.
That's probably true.
Mm.
What's my position and effect?
Risky, because like you might kill him with space heroin, but we don't know. But also like standard.
I know what I want to do, but there's a risk. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna do the thing, but there's a risk.
I'm going to push myself for a dice just because I want this to go the way I want.
Yep. There's also gambits or devil's bargains or help.
4 is good, right?
You do the thing.
Nice.
Wait a minute. Why do you have those? This is the right, like that's fucking heroin.
I'm a doctor.
Doctor!
Yeah, right. And he's like we're not cops, right? Like, and this guy is like clued onto you.
Who's this? The bartender?
The bartender knows you're not cops.
Jesus.
That's fine. I want to use my starting ability right now, which is unstoppable.
Okay.
You can push yourself to perform a feat of physical strength that borders on the superhuman.
Is that
I
to
want
lift
to
him?
lug this person. Yep, I want to lift this guy's unconscious body in like fireman's carry and just start to head towards the door.
It sounds like this might be a group scramble where you're doing that to like carry him.
Okay.
What do you want, like-
Specifically because Loki yelled "cheese it."
Yeah. I think maybe for Orovj what that looks like is Orovj goes ahead to open all the doors
Cool.
because that's about all they can manage.
All right, so let's get a group scramble to have
Okay.
everyone like run off this ship before anyone can call the cops on them, the actual cops.
That's so great. So I've taken 2 stress to push myself for the starting ability.
Yep.
And now I'm just doing a regular scramble roll.
And
What
it's
are we
group.
calling it?
I think it's risky. I think it's risky great, right? Like this is to make it all the way off the ship.
Okay.
I think so Orange and Loki are running ahead. Orange is opening the door and Loki's like, "This is a biohazard. Get out of the way. We don't have time. These guys are going to explode and full of monkeys."
So who is
Thanks,
officially
Foxman.
leading?
Cammy,
Scramble.
Cam, Loki Skylanders is absolutely leading this action.
Ah, shit.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. I've only got 2 stress left, so I'm getting a little nervous about that.
I have 1, but
Nice. I got a 5.
I have more If
Yeah, but you weren't the one starting the action.
that's true. I didn't tell everyone to cheese
We're
it.
the one who shouted, cheese it.
All
Do
right,
I
Cammy.
take stress for myself?
Yes, you do.
I'm on max
Oh
stress.
no.
All right, so you do it.
I got 3.
Okay, you do it, but Cammy trauma's out.
So we get outside and then I go, whoa, heroin! Wonk. Somewhere along the line,
I
I
just
got
love the
myself.
idea that you were there being like, some for him, some for me, some for him, some for me.
Oh
Oh my god! This is the stupidest thing.
We're the worst. This is horrendous.
That is my 3rd trauma, but I cleared all my stress.
Yay!
Oh gosh, amazing.
All right.
Good.
So
Ooh.
that. So you return this guy to the. Are you
To
returning?
the Berkeley.
Okay, cool. Because like the thing
Yeah.
is, you definitely know that the Yaru would pay more, right? Like that's is that obvious?
Yes, but we don't fuck with the Yaru.
Just
Okay.
checking.
Yeah, we're not dealing with them.
Just checking. Cool.
We still have standards. They might not last forever, but for now.
All right, so you rock up at the Berkeley, and the guy's
How-
like,
How did we get Loki there? Just
I mean, you just
Get
wait
a taxi.
15 minutes for him to like get his shit back.
Come back
together,
around.
right? Like, or a couple of hours or whatever,
slapping
Yeah.
him.
or just someone else carries him. Be like, Thane, come and pick up Loki. The two of you. The point is, Loki's unconscious for this bit, right? Where you rock up to the Berkeley, and you
Mhm.
rock up to like the service office or the service entrance. Flip this
Yeah.
down, and yeah, this person behind the desk is who's like they're chubby-ish, and they like look over. They're chubby-ish and like worried looking. It looks like they're like, what the fuck is going on, right? And they're probably like late 30s, early 40s. And yeah, definitely like very nervous sort of person. So you drop this body, and they're like, oh, what is that?
Yes, hello. We heard that you were in the market for seeing Mr. Edgar Burrows. He had an unfortunate visit here most recently and has not paid his bill.
This is the service entrance. If he's checking in or out, he needs to go to the main entrance.
Oh no, he's very much not checking in or out. May I speak with your head of security, please?
It's like, sure, I'll get her. And yeah, what's the sports teacher from that musical high school show?
Oh yeah, from Glee.
Yeah, from Glee, the sports teacher. She rocks up.
Oh
Yeah,
my
The
gosh.
anti-Ren.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, she rocks up and she's like, "The fuck have you put on my? What the fuck have you put on our floor?"
We heard that you were looking for Mr. Edgar Burrows. He's skipped out on his bill after doing some significant damage in your presidential suite.
She's like,
He's alive.
yeah. She's like, "That's a private
Good point.
security contract. How the fuck do you know about that?"
Well, obviously we're
Private security.
working securely and privately.
Yeah, so at this point, if you want to get paid well, I'm gonna want to know how you're doing that, because like you weren't actually given the job to do this. There wasn't a contract.
Okay, let me think. This is normally Thane's area, being
Yeah.
suave.
No.
So she's like, well, the Berkeley thanks you for delivering an ingrate, and like she starts to just drag him off, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely not gonna let her physically like take him away. That's not
Mhm.
gonna be a thing that happens. I mean,
So if you like interpose yourself and be like, no,
absolutely,
yeah, and
yeah.
like immediately she has like a fucking Bowie knife out, and she's like, the fuck, right? Like,
Oh, I kind of sigh like this is all very inconvenient and bring out my my pistol.
Yeah, right, cool, excellent. So she's like, this isn't much of a standoff, but what do you? She's like, are you keeping him or am I taking him?
Well, you're most welcome to take him, but we were given the distinct impression by a member of your staff that you would be paying handsomely for him.
What member of staff might that be?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say.
She's like, then I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to pay you.
The skeevy guy.
His name was, you know that his name was Milo, if you want to give him.
Yeah, that's right.
If you want to name his name.
If you want to name him, you can just turn him in. But then you won't be part of Milo's crew and be tight.
Yeah, we won't be tight anymore.
Maybe that's a rope. That's a bridge we need to burn, like with napalm.
I mean, maybe is that a bridge that Loki's just like?
I
whatever?
thought Ren didn't want to be involved in that.
I mean, you know, it's bad for our reputation if we go naming people's names, but maybe that's not to say that you guys care about that.
I don't think Arv understands this level of human.
So
I think that's
like,
reasonable.
His name was Milo.
Yeah, I think that's a good way.
Ours fault. Yeah, ours is just like Milo. Wasn't he called Milo?
Yeah. At which point she's like, she's like, fucking Milo. God damn it! If he sneaks drugs into the guest's food one more time, I swear to God. All right.
Drugs?
Wait, I'm curious. You don't have a zero tolerance policy on that.
She's like, look, everyone needs a little something to get their job done. Anyway, how much did you say?
Sure.
How much did you say you were getting paid?
10 credits.
No. Oh wait, no. That's significant. Because he didn't say an amount, right? So
No,
I
didn't.
want us to like way overball this. So yeah, if 10 creds is a lot in this, it is, isn't it? So yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, why did you do a deal with a high man? Look, I'll give you 3.
You have to be joking. There are more than just yourselves looking for this gentleman.
She's like, that does not make him worth less. That does not make him worth more money. That makes him worth trouble. Look, so at this point, I do need a roll for.
Okay,
sounds
what
like
are
a sway.
we making this?
I mean, based on the way that you're playing this, it sounds like a sway. But
I think
It does. I don't have sway.
Arv can lead this way since
Sure.
Arv blurted out 10 creds.
sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. Cool. And is someone else helping?
Just be like, Arv is just like stomps their little feet and it's just like, he promised us.
Oh God. I love the way that Orov just leans into being like, what, 14? Like,
I'm
not
in
even?
love with it.
Okay.
Best.
So, yeah, cool, excellent. So it sounds like, are you spending a stress to help, Ren? It sounds
yeah,
like you
sure.
are. Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Cool. Right, so Orov, you have 1 bonus dice on this. It's controlled because you gave up the name, so there's no one's gonna get knifed.
Mhm.
And it's currently limited.
Okay, I'm also
And you
gonna
escalate it to someone getting knifed to get standard, so we get paid more, and then I'll just fix the knifing later.
I love that Dr. Loki's whole thing is like, I'll just fix it later.
But isn't Dr. Loki passed out?
Yes.
At the moment, yeah.
That's too bad. I'm gonna push myself.
Cool. For effect or for an extra dice?
I think for effect.
Cool. So they get standard. Great. Sounds good.
Okay. So controlled standard
Mm-hmm.
with 1 extra dice.
Come on.
4.
Awesome. Cool. All right.
Nice.
So, well, where is? There it is. Payoff. So standard is so she'll give you 6 cred. So you managed to like bargain her to 6 cred. But she's like, but you have to take the body afterwards. Whether it's
Okay.
alive,
Deal.
whether he's alive or dead.
Deal.
Okay.
That's double payout.
Mhm.
Yep, cool. So yeah, so she takes him away. You hear muffled screaming for a few hours, and then she drops him off unconscious to you, and throws you a cred stick.
Nice.
Cool.
Unconscious.
So yeah, cool. So that's 6 cred.
Unconscious
in
is how we want this person. We
I was
don't want them
expecting that.
conscious.
I'd like to clarify that we did steal the hard disks.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Cool. All right. Well
Can
then.
we I have a question before we kind of wrap up.
Yeah.
We now have this body.
hmm
Can we now get in touch with the Yarrow? And
That might be next time, I think.
That's
Right,
we
cool.
need aura, I think, to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, good call.
if Loki isn't around, then there isn't a risk, so you could do
Yeah,
that pretty.
true.
All right, cool. Well, we can try and keep that
we'll
in
work
our
that out for
memories.
next time. In the meantime, does someone want to mark on like the crew sheet or something that you have him? Yeah. He's currently your captive. I mean, he's unconscious, but he's only unconscious as long as you keep drugging him.
Cool.
So. Cool. I'm guessing you don't care about upkeep at the moment because all of your ship system's already fucked. So make sure that you've got 6 creds stored somewhere. You'll work out how you want to do that.
Do we just want to split them?
Split 2 credits
2 each?
for each.
I think we should do 1 each and then 3 on the ship,
Good call. Yep.
because then it's more easily.
Yep. Cool. Great.
Ray, have you got the ship's one up? Is that what you're doing?
I think Canada.
I've just done that. Yep.
Oh, fantastic. Cool.
Cool. So the heat element. Do we think this is completely quiet? No. Do we think this is smooth and quiet, or contained, or loud and chaotic?
I think it was fairly contained.
I think it was contained. I don't think it was smooth and quiet, but I think it was contained.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like the scrapyard.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't. It wasn't high profile. The target wasn't high profile or well connected. Actually, yeah, it was because it included burrows.
Yeah.
So that's +1, so that's 3. No one got killed, and no hyperspace gates got wrecked. So that's 3.
Like how you sounded so disappointed that no one got killed.
Wow. Yeah. Well, because if someone did, then I'd get to put more heat on you. Anyway, the point is that we gained 3 heat in the Breck system.
Cool.
Which means that you're currently on 1 wanted, aren't you?
I think we are, yeah.
We also take -1 because of just passing through.
Oh, that's right. So 2 heat in the Breck system, but you already wanted level 1, so it's probable that there will be some police coming after you. There is a police file open for you. So
There is someone going, who keeps using these lanyards?
yeah, right. Excellent. Cool. We'll roll entanglements next time. So let's do our XP. Does someone want to start?
Cool. Yeah, I'll start.
Sure.
Okay, so the muscle says for each item below, mark 1 XP when you address challenges with force or threats. So that started off with what am I thinking? We forced our way into the hotel because I did a command roll through that.
You threatened in, yeah. Yep.
Yep. And then again to get onto the ship, the cruise ship.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You definitely did that. So that's 2 XP.
There was a lot of force and threats going on there.
Mm-hmm.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Nothing kind of
Nothing
springs to
nothing
mind.
jumping out to me, no.
Yeah. struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during this session. No, I didn't have any this time, so no, all good. So that's 2.
All right, cool. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Sure.
When you address challenges with speed or flair, I think I would like to argue that I did that twice.
Yeah.
Once in the room with closing the door and hacking the.
Mhm. Yep, I definitely saw that.
Yep,
Just being
and
like,
then
boop.
yep, and then the flair. I want to argue was getting our 6 creds.
That was real good.
Yeah,
Considering
I mean,
it's not a role that I
Yeah.
think Orv's good at.
Yeah, no. If you think that was flair, then that's fine.
Cool. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think I explored the teenage
I saw
kind
that.
of
I saw that.
yeah,
So good.
Yeah.
learning humanity.
Yeah, I definitely saw that at
Um,
least once. Do you think that came? So I saw that at the end there, and then
Yeah. And then I think at the beginning, I forget exactly what it was I did.
there was something at the beginning as well. Though. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it
take
was
2 for
when
that.
we were.
Yep.
Oh, it was when we were arguing our way in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the balls.
The balls. Cool. Great. Excellent.
I'll have my balls. Yeah, and no vices or traumas, I don't think so.
Cool. All right. Cammy.
I think I leveled up
Oh,
last
cool.
time, or I was going to distribute XP. I can just shift it in and out of tracks.
You can shift it. You can shift it out of your playbook into the others.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But not from the others, really.
Because I had the full track, and I think I was trying to decide whether to put it in
Yeah. Right. that makes
abilities
sense.
or not.
Yep.
Or to buy a weird doctor ability. So, you earn XP when you address with technical stuff. I think I really only did that once when I opened the door.
Cool.
Because everything else was pretending to be a doctor.
Yep.
When you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, I think
Do you have the like doctoring people ability though, don't you?
I have the skill. Yes.
No, there's an ability that says like you doctor people, you're good at like you're extra good at doing medical. Is that a thing?
There's combat medic, which gives me special armor for.
Yeah,
That sort
okay,
of
that's
thing.
what I think I was thinking of. Okay, don't worry about it then. Yeah, so once for that, yep.
Then for my beliefs, I definitely expressed freaking out about the Yaru.
Yes, I definitely. I mean, I was like, if you don't hit that today, then I'll be like when I said, I don't know if when I said earlier, like, are you picking up what I'm laying down? That I was referring to the Yaru are here. Yeah.
And I also noticed the G code.
Yes, you did. That I think that was actually technical ability.
Does it count for background as well?
You can have it for one of those.
When you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas, I freaked out a lot.
I saw that.
So
Yeah.
I was unstable and wrecked all the maps and stuff. And then I was reckless at risk of dumping us into a machine full of drones.
Yep. No, I saw both of those. You flagged those really well. Cool,
I've just thought, actually, I think that my background did come into play because this all came through Chonzek, who was
Yes,
like a
it did.
former member of my
That's
military
true.
team.
Yep. No, definitely.
That's
Yep.
true.
Yep.
Cool. So that actually fills my track
Cool.
for playbook advancement.
Awesome.
I also have one. I have a quick question.
Yep.
It says under one of the abilities, it says you gain potency when attempting to consort or sway with.
So the way that this works is that when you are working out the effect, right, whether that's limited, standard, or great, the way that you the way that you kind of calculate it is scale, potency, or something else. There's another one. I can't remember what it's called. And if you have an advantage on any of those, then you go up an effect. If you have a disadvantage, you go down effect. If you have an advantage on one and a disadvantage on the other, they kind of negate each other, or whichever one is more important wins out. So it's basically saying like you should always have, like you will usually have better effect when doing those things.
Cool. Thanks.
Spaceship.
Yeah, let's do spaceship XP. Do you want to do it, Cam?
Yeah.
Or have you, or if Ray has it open already?
I've only got one screen.
Okay, Ray, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
No, I've got it now.
Okay.
Okay.
You earn XP when you execute as a sexy
Sorry, what?
transport or smuggling mission. Does this count? We smuggled a guy.
You did smuggle a guy. Yep.
Yeah.
No, we didn't smuggle. It wasn't secret. We
Transported. Yes.
That's what I thought. I don't think that's smuggling.
you-
We
you
were very
transported.
not sneaky about it.
I did fully picture you all going whoop 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 as you ran off the ship with the guy. So
We contended with challenges above your current station. So we were both like contended with a large security force and the Yaru.
Yeah.
yeah.
So can we get
let me
to that?
check. Let me check the Yaru because they're the ones that will tell us what the. So you'll accrue quality 1 now, right? Which means that that's what we use for measuring that. So let me see what the Yaru are, because if they're higher tier than 1, then you're above your current station. Right down the end of the list. Because I can't remember if the Yaru are supposed to be as intimidating and scary as they are to me. Yeah, okay, they're tier 2, you're tier 1, you gain experience.
What about against like?
The ship is not higher level than.
Okay, just one then.
Yeah. The ship is tier 1. It's...
Do we bolster our crew's reputation or develop a new one?
What's your crew's reputation?
Are we
Weird?
weird?
Weird. I think we were super weird.
We are strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did,
we were
did you
really
do
strange.
strangeness?
Yeah, we were so strange with Harriet. I
Mhm.
think we weirded her out a
Yep.
lot.
All right, so you get an XP for that one. Did any of the other reputations
she
did you develop as a new reputation? I don't.
What are
think
the
so.
other reputations?
I gotta find them. I don't think so, but I can find it. Crew reputation is ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, strange, or subtle.
Ambitious or daring?
I was gonna say daring's the one that kind of jumped
Yeah,
out at me.
I don't see it in like daring enough because there was a lot of hiding in closets sort of kind of thing. So yeah,
I think we were a bit ambitious though because we were trying to make a lot of money.
that's true. Do you want to? So shall we?
We add that to our thing?
Do we think we've been ambitious recently? Generally,
Yes, because we've previously taken a job to do that radio thing and then fobbed it off. So we're already.
I think the thing
Above
here
us.
is you. I think we get the ambitious thing if you go back to Chonzek and brag, right?
Yeah?
Because then you've got the reputation. Chonzek's going to be like, they're ambitious, right? Like,
I think if Chonzek is aware of. Or maybe we should send him like an Instagram. We're like, look at the
Yeah.
size of this lad.
We're all
Yep.
posing
That's
with him.
hilarious.
We're all like leaning on him.
Yep, hashtag absolute unit. Cool. All right, then I'm happy for you to get an XP for having developed ambitious as a new reputation. So,
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, and essential nature. Is that what that says?
yep.
Essential nature of the crew. So the nature of the crew is being together to get the ship going.
Yeah, I think that's true.
The
Yeah.
ship is
Yeah,
our
we-
escape.
I
And
absolutely.
we all love our ship, I think,
Mhm.
at this point.
Yeah,
we've
I definitely
developed
saw
like-
1 XP worth of that. I don't think I saw 2 worth. Like there wasn't another. Like at the start we saw that scene where you were like, let's do a thing to get the ship back together. But I don't think we saw like another one where we were like talking about our relationships. and all
I
that
think
sort of thing.
we're good at teamwork, but not
Yeah.
enough to
Yeah,
necessitate
the way to
that.
the way to
I
hit
do
that
think-
real hard is to have talks amongst your crew about your relationships. Right?
Yeah.
and
I think-
have that come up.
I think that we are. It feels more comfortable now. Orange is back,
Yeah,
but I don't think we've sat down and talked about that yet.
Yeah, and I think that'll be good once that happens. So
Yeah.
I think Origin Thane certainly have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right, so that's all the XP questions, isn't it? Shall we? We'll do some shout outs and we'll wrap up then. We'll start. We'll go backwards. So, Cammy, do you want to do your shout outs?
I'm Cammy. I'm the only Splidget Moose on the internet, except on Google Images, because if you Google Splidget Moose, it shows up heaps of pictures of Ash because of the way Ash's website indexes Twitter. So
I'm just really good at SEO, and I'm sorry.
I gotta see now.
So I'm Splidget Moose on Twitter, on Twitch, on Nexus Mods, other things maybe I've forgotten about. There's a lot of things I've signed up for. I play video games mostly. If you have a job in South Australia I would appreciate that. Anything's good. I would like to recommend that people try a game called Fallen Earth on Steam, just so I've got more people to play with.
Yeah, sounds good. Cool. All right. Next up, Cherry Ray. Ray, do you got some shout outs?
I am Cherry Ray pretty much most places on the internet except Instagram, where I'm Cherry Person, where I pretend to be a person.
Solid. Yeah.
Good.
What am I doing? I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I stream a lot on twitch.tv/cherryray. I ramble a lot on Twitter, and I just gave a talk at the Games Accessibility Conference on disability representation. It went down much better than I expected because I basically told a room of developers that they're getting it wrong. So it went down pretty well though.
Yay!
That'll
Great.
be on the internet soon. It'll be around on YouTube.
That'll be fun when that's on the internet.
We already had one
awesome.
troll because we streamed it, so we had a French troll on the day, but that was less than I expected. So yeah, I'm dreading. The wrong people are gonna grab it, and then I'm done. Yep. But anyway.
But yeah, good job. Well done.
Until then.
I'm here on the internet.
I got to see at PAX. I got to see the Xbox Adaptive Controller in person for the first time. So that was really cool. So yeah, and I was like, this would be really good for my dad, whose hands are too big for normal controllers, and it made me really be like that thing of where people are like, yes, disability is this one group of things. I'm like, that made me be like, oh no, actually it's much more wibbly wobbly.
It's so much bigger than just people who call themselves disabled.
Right? Yeah, it was really interesting being like, disability is actually incredibly contextual.
Yeah.
Anyway, Evie.
Hi, I'm Evie. Thanks for watching us do silly space adventures. I don't make games or anything like that, but I do love to support my friends who do. So basically, keep an eye on Ash and her Twitch channel and our today's absent friend DC and the amazing work that they're doing, and hopefully they'll be inviting me to play more games with them. You can follow me on Twitter if you want at Words by Evie.
Awesome. I've been Ash. I've been your GM and host. You can find me here on this Twitch channel. You can follow along, or on if you're watching the VODs on YouTube. Buttons up there. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, and Patreon if you want to support me making cool games at Acegiak, ACEGIAK. Other than that, we'll be around later. I need to work out what the schedule is for upcoming games, so I'll be posting that on my Twitter, so pay attention to that. Otherwise, we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.